All right, what's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. Okay, let's talk about Beverly Hills Housewives. Let me see if we can do this real quick. Okay, so all right, so we start off with, this is Beverly Hills. I don't know what episode this is, but we start off with Camille and Kyle. Kyle goes over to Camille's house to reconcile. This woman named Kimber is there. I don't know if this is this Camille's partner? Who is this? They say friend. So, I mean, I guess if it was her partner, it would say it. Lisa and Denise, they go out to eat. So with Camille and Kyle, they basically said, okay, I'm having a party. Come to my party, girl, and you can apologize to the ladies here. I don't know if Camille's trying to get back onto the show. I don't know why Camille keeps popping up every season for a couple of episodes. I mean, it is a circle of friends, right? So whether they're on the show or not, like we saw at Kyle's house later, it was a damn near a reunion. So, you know, they're going to run into each other. She's filming, she's making scenes. I don't know if she's trying to get back on the show or what. Camille does seem very, like she has a chip on her shoulder. I don't know what that's about. She seems very defensive, like she's always in defense mode, right? Like, it's like, I don't know. But I like how she got Lisa Brenner together. Bitch, don't walk up to me calling me an asshole. So we'll see, but we'll talk about that in a little while. All right, so Lisa and Denise go out to eat. They're sharing some French fries. Denise says, you know, well, Lisa says, girl, okay, so what's happening? She was like, girl, because, you know, you're my friend. I've known you a long time. I wanted to have the conversation, just us two, because, you know, you're really a friend of mine. And she was like, okay, I just don't understand how you're so open and honest about your husband's penis size. Like, Lisa went right into it. And she was like, well, I'm not open and honest with my girls. She said it. I said to myself, did she just say that? I had to rewind it because it was very like, you know, and I was like, what did Denise just say? She said she's not open and honest with her daughters. She said it. Go listen to what she said. And that's all she said. She didn't put, I'm not open and honest with my daughters about certain things. She said, I am not open and honest with my daughters. That's what she said. I am not open and honest with my daughters. That's what she said. And Lisa Rinna said that, what I said, your behavior doesn't match what you're saying. I'm not mad. I'm not angry. But you do seem a little hostile. Like, Denise does, like, I don't know why, like, whatever, she has the right. We're done with it. I'm so tired of talking about this. She has the right. However, when somebody is asking you if you're mad and you're saying, I'm not mad, but you're bringing your husband and you're not telling him to stop talking about stuff, I'm with Lisa. I think that had you just kept it between you and your daughter and not tell everybody, that probably would have went better, right? You do have to take some responsibility in your actions. Like, and I do think that Denise doesn't want to look a certain way. However, like I said, when this first happened, I don't think that people watching Denise, like the people that Denise is trying to protect and herself from, or her image from, I think they probably watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Like, oh my God, my kid goes to school with Denise Richards' daughter. And she's on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. You told the world several times that Aaron has a big dick. So we're thinking that the way that you're open and honest, and a lot of people, of course, like some people are open and honest just straight across the board with their kids, with their friends, with their partners. They're just open and honest. They say whatever they want in front of their kids. Some people make it age appropriate, but still say whatever they want in front of their kids. They're open and honest. They answer questions their kids have. Denise does not come off as though she's not bothered. She comes off she still has this subtle hostility about her. And I agreed with Lisa Rinna. I'm like, yes, it's not matching. Your behavior is not matching what you're saying. You're giving off mixed signals. And you do have to take responsibility that you continued the conversation. You went on 2 different occasions and shared that your daughter, which was not true, that your daughter overheard or had a problem, overheard the conversation. But the conversation was prompted by Denise. Well, what did you hear? Well, I heard you guys arguing about, threesomes. Oh my God, Sammy said she heard us arguing about threesomes. But you left out that Sammy said, no, Mom, it wasn't a big deal. So there's not a lot of truthfulness in this, the way that we're navigating through this, right? It's some truth mixed with some omissions of truth, right? You didn't say that Sammy said. Now I'm sure that everybody watching it now is like, Sammy said it wasn't a big deal. It was a big deal for her. Don't put it on the kids. That's what Lisa is saying. Don't put it on the kids. How many times? Why do people do that all the time? And this idea that to protect the kids, we got to watch the way we talk. We can't have these things on TV because of the kids, or the kids might see it, right? All of this stuff. You're using your kids, and it wasn't your kids. You prompted your kids. You opened the conversation with your daughter, asking her what did she hear, and your daughter said it wasn't a big deal. We thought it was kind of funny. Right? But you make it seem like, oh my God, this is just this awful thing. We're talking about threesomes. I just won't bring my kids around you. That's how bad it is. That's how bad you guys can't control yourself. I just won't bring my kids around you. And everybody's like, bitch, well, what the fuck was we saying? Because, bitch, every time you sit down at a table, you talk about Aaron's dick hitting the end of the table. So we're trying to figure out, bitch, what the fuck is going on? And to me, I don't know. I'm done talking about it. It doesn't bother me. She says you're hostile and angry, especially towards Kyle. Then she lies again. I do like Kyle. Girl, no, you don't. You don't like Kyle. And that's why Kyle be saying there's some fake ass bitches around this motherfucker. You don't like me. Kyle likes to tell people what to do. She don't let people talk. You don't like Kyle, girl. You don't like her. And you know that she's the only one that's really the most offended. I think Erica has moved on. Erica's like, man, fuck you and your husband. I don't give a fuck. Like, I like y'all, but fuck y'all. I'm not going to play this game with y'all. Kyle is the one that's most offended because she is literally a housewife. Like, literally a housewife. I mean, she got her little boutique and she does her philanthropy work. Like, she's a rich housewife that, okay, I got my little boutique down here, off of Camden over here. And I do philanthropy work, and we do auctions for the Children's Hospital. Stuff like that. So she's going to take offense because it doesn't fit the view of how she sees herself. But you over here saying you like Kyle. You don't like Kyle, Denise. Stop lying. Like, that's a lie. Roll the tape, because they rolled it. I love that they do that now. I'm glad that they really caught on to, you know what? We need to start rolling the footage from these bitches when they saying that they didn't say something. I'm glad they've caught on to that finally. Because they be ready to take the camera, the thing be black and white, honey, 3 days ago. 2 weeks ago. This is what you said about this lady 2 weeks ago. So she says, and then she said they started with Aaron. No, Aaron is like condescending. He was condescending. They didn't start with Aaron. Aaron is coming over there just off of, first of all, off of telling people, oh, you think, you need to look in the mirror. You're going to be the one to look in the mirror. And then you come over there and you don't speak to the ladies. You don't say, hey, ladies, how's everybody doing? I know, let's start off with a clean slate. You came over there on some defensiveness, right? Because you were pumping each other up in the car on the way there. Like every time you do. Every time you on the way somewhere, Denise and Aaron is pumping each other up. Right? So now they come in with their suit, their armor on. They're not free. They're hot. They're tight. They're clenched and not relaxed. But yet and still we're fine. We're fine. No, you're not. And that's the problem. It's like you keep lying. Whether they believe them is on them. Okay, so Lisa and Denise, your kids saw the happy ending comment. You trying to control your image. We're on a show that you're supposed to be open and honest. You're supposed to be open and honest. And you're trying to create an image of yourself that you contribute. You're trying to negate an image of yourself that you created last season. So this season, you want to be Mother Teresa. You want to be Sister Virginia Ann. You know what I'm saying? You want to be Mom of the Year. And now you're making it seem like we did something so bad to your children, or we don't have any control over how we talk, that you have to take your children. You can't have them around us anymore. When in actuality, your kids didn't have a big deal. It's you. And you put it on your kids. That's what Lisa was talking about. She knows it's bullshit. She says, well, Lisa did say sorry, but Denise said she can't trust her anymore. So that's it. So Kyle's having a children's hospital party. Dorit shows up. Faye Resnick is there. She announces that Camille is coming, and that she wants to make it right. And Dorit's like, no. Why? What would be the reason for me to do that? No, I'm not doing. When I tell you Dorit paid Camille dust, baby, she was like, girl, okay, honey, come on, honey, let's go get some drinks. After she spoke to her homegirl that was standing right there. She was like, oh, okay. Well, I guess she ain't talking to me. No. I'm not talking to you. I don't feel like it's worth it. Then Dorit talks about how Denise doesn't want to, she's trying to avoid, everyone is wrong except for her in the situation, and she's trying to avoid confrontation because as soon as they start talking about it, she wants to leave. They want to leave. They don't want to talk about it. I don't know. Maybe she feels like Aaron has a bad temper and she just wants to get him out. Come on. Because, and then like twice, okay, so the first time we heard her say, tell her, don't, I'll squeeze your fucking hand. Stop telling me what to do. And then when they were leaving after Sutton's event, he said, stop squeezing my hand. That's what he said to her. Remember? Okay. So something is, I don't know. It's weird. And she was like, and she keeps mentioning paparazzi. And then they like showed a montage of her mentioning paparazzi like 2 or 3 or 4 times. I don't know. Garcelle is going with her script. She's talked about her being a single black woman, 50 years old. She got to work. She gets there with the script, and this woman has basically rewritten the story. And she was like, girl, I thought we was going to stay on the story. What is this? I need your help. Great, you're a script writer, right? I have a story. I need it to turn into a script. I need you to write the screenplay, but you're not going to change the whole story, girl. They were sitting there like that. She was like, no, and I'm glad she was very vocal, because a lot of the times black women aren't. We don't, and women, period. We don't negotiate. A lot of us don't. That's just how we've been socialized. And I'm glad that she's found her voice to be like, no, this is not how I want it. This is not what I said. You're not going to change this story. The story was crazy. And then she was like, well, that wasn't the script. So I don't know where you got all of this information from, basically. And the lady was like, well, why don't you direct it after the girl left? Come on, directorial debut. So after they go to the black or white party, Kyle's party, Dorit and PK are having a conversation about Aaron and how, because remember when he defended Dorit, he came off like an asshole. And I guess when he saw it later, he was like, oh yeah, that don't look too hot. Like you don't have to defend your wife. You can support her. You can be there, but you don't need to get in. You don't need to defend her in that way. And like I said, he's a lumberjack. Like Aaron is a lumberjack bulldog, and all of that. Like, well, you guys couldn't just like all of that. I was with Erica and Teddy. Like, who are you talking to like that? And I would have been just like Erica. Don't talk to me. You know you was condescending. You know what you're doing. We're all very intelligent women right here. We know what you're doing. And the fact that Denise brings him to all the events and none of the husbands ever really be there is telling you that she's using him as a guard dog. She really is, because she does not want to talk about whatever it is that they want to talk about. She don't want to talk about the thing not bringing her kids around, and that's just what it is. So PK, can you have a talk with him? He says, yes, support her, don't fight for her. And that's what it is, honey. They showed these girls beating this white boy and this white girl's behind in the airport. Turns out they had said some racially charged things to them. And when I tell you that boy, they were trying to get to the girl, and he was covering her, laying on her, because they were arguing when they were walking to the baggage claim. Then when they got to the baggage claim, they was whooping on them. Then they started whooping on them later, and he was really trying to protect her. He wasn't trying to fight the girls, but he was really trying to like shield her. He would lay it on her body so they couldn't kick her. He was really trying to protect that girl. Anyways, yeah, so you support your girl, you don't fight for her, okay? And fight women. That's what their stance is. Don't fight other women. Let her fight her own battles, but be there to support her. So Eileen, Erica, and Lisa are on the way to Kyle's party. They share the Denise and Aaron story, and they're saying that it feels like, you know, like it's bullying. I don't know where the bullying came, like they're talking about it. And that's when Erica says, you know, we like Aaron and Denise. I just don't like, you know, the situation and how it's being handled. But I mean, we still like them. And so I forgot what Eileen said about Aaron and Denise. But Denise and Aaron are in the car pumping each other up. Well, maybe they'll be nice tonight. Girl, shut up. They get to Kyle's party. Yeah, they get to Kyle's party. Kyle has this neon sign right in front of, right when you come into the door, that says, "Bitch, you can never be me." I love it. I freaking loved it. Mario ended up fixing the pool. Mauricio, why I call him Mario? Mauricio. Dorit speaks to Kimber. She pays dust to Camille. Camille was like, oh, okay, well, I guess she's not talking to me. Okay. Oh, they're taking off the basketball things so people can't come out. Are they changing them? Are they really taking them down? My son's gonna be really upset. And Eileen, Lisa Rinna, and Camille, they walk up to Camille, and she was like, Camille, you were an asshole on Twitter. And she was like, girl, okay, but we don't have any beef. Camille was like, well, I don't appreciate the way you just walked up to me, so girl, we're not cool. Like, if it has to be like that, we're not cool. And she was like, fine. And she walks away. She was like, well, that didn't go over well with Camille. No, it didn't. Garcelle and this guy named Michael comes in. I forgot who he is. I remember people saying who he was, but I forgot who the guy was. Anyways, so she introduces this guy Michael to everybody, and they're like, oh my god, and this and that, and she's making her little comments. Adrienne Maloof is there. She looks like Wildenstein, the cat lady. She looks horrible. And Adrienne, when they first came to Beverly Hills, Adrienne was cute, like real cute. She just changed her face, and then you see, here comes Paul. You know, he has Botched on there with Heather Dubrow's husband. And he comes to the charity event, and he brings his new wife. He done already got remarried, honey, and she's a doll. So I can understand why Adrienne looks like this, child. I could see why her face is snatched up, honey. Kris Jenner was there. Kathy Hilton was there. Brandi Glanville shows up, child. Kim Richards shows up. Brandi, she done got her face snatched back, her ears pulled back. Baby, Beverly Hills is a mess. And you know, Denise and Aaron finally show up. Lisa to Sutton, I don't know what happened. Lady came after Aaron. Oh, she was talking about the paparazzi. Like, why did Denise keep saying stuff about the paparazzi? And when they showed it, it was just like crickets. Like, girl, there was no paparazzi out there. So I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know if they're on some like paranoia shit. Maybe they're doing some drugs and they're paranoid about everything. And maybe that's why they leave, because they don't want nobody to fuck their high up. I don't know. I don't know what the hell is going on. But Brandy brings Denise over to the group of ladies as they're sitting there getting ready for the auction. And then PK tries to talk to Aaron. Aaron is like acting like he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Like Aaron, I imagine Aaron to be very smart, but his behavior is so gross. Like, this man is trying to talk to you about how to deal with these women, and you're acting like you don't have any clue what he's talking about. Heard you got yourself in a bit of trouble. Aaron acting like he don't know what the fuck PK is talking about. PK is like, well, I don't think that went over well. That's another person that was like, he act like, I don't know. He acted like whatever. So they start the auction off. He was like, you were in some drama. He was like, not really. Okay, honey. Camille and Denise started talking, and then they brought over Teddy. No, Teddy and Denise were talking, and then they brought over Camille, and they were having, and then Camille sat down and she was giving all of these compliments to Teddy, and Teddy was like, girl, you don't have to give me the pleasantries. I know you don't like me. I was like, yes, Teddy. Now that's the shit I'm talking about. Girl, don't come over here telling me I look cute and asking me how far along I am in my pregnancy. You don't like me, ho. And the fact that Camille sat down, first of all, if you see two people in a living space off from the rest of the group and they're in talking to each other, why, Kyle, would you bring Camille over there? And furthermore, Camille, why would you sit your ass down? Oh, I just wanted to say hi to y'all. Go ahead. Y'all were talking, having a conversation. I just wanted to say hi and be done with it. And be done with it. But you sat down, and I'm glad Teddy told her, girl, we don't have to do the pleasantries. I know you don't like me. And honey, that was the way it ended. We're going to see what's going to happen next week. I see they're setting the scene up for this drama with Denise and Brandy. We're going to see how this is going to play out. I don't want to act like I've written the script already in my head, but Denise does not want people to know what she does in her private life. You should not be on this show. That's it. And that's it. Anyways, y'all, that's Beverly Hills. I'll have to come back and talk about New York and then Marriage Boot Camp. We'll have to talk about that mañana. All right? Take care of each other. Protect your energy. And call your friends. Check on your friends. Send them a text. Send them a heart. Let them know you're thinking about them. Because I just, Charles just asked me, did I see this? Did I see about Tamar? So we already talked about Tamar on our other video. You guys take care of each other, right? Peace.